What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Corey, your Autobot, and I'm here today bringing you guys a brand new video. It's been a while since I've sat down and talked to you guys, and I do want to apologize for not uploading, but as you guys know, after I uploaded my War Cybertron montage, I was pretty well done with uploading BO4 content, and I really don't want to upload anything else. I just sort of want to take a break until the new COD drops. So, here we are with some Modern Warfare, guys. Every year I make this video and I try to help you guys when it comes to sniping, and this is going to be my attempt at it again this year with this year's sniping tips video. Now, this game, sniping-wise, is a lot different from BO4. This game in general is a lot different from BO4. It is more slow and methodical and tactical than any other Call of Duty game that we've ever had. But with that in mind, guys, sniping in this game is very, very fun. It is a little bit of a challenge, but if you guys can get your shot on, then
when you say that, it reminds me of fucking
man, you guys are gonna be killing the game.
Taylor.
But we're gonna get right into the first thing that people often ask me, and that is, what sensitivity do I use? And currently, guys, I'm using 1212. You know, you guys know me quite well. I mean, I'm generally a very high sensitivity player. Generally, like playing on BO4, I was between 12 and 14 pretty well all year. And, you know, previous titles on games that went up to 20, I was sitting around 17, 18. But this game here, 12 feels really, really nice. They have a completely different system. And I play with standard aim assist as well, because you guys can also set that to focused.
I love it. I'm like stunned.
You can also turn it off completely if you guys want. Like, there's a bunch of different settings for you guys. But my recommendation is, guys, play on standard unless you guys are really having trouble with hitting your shots, at which point my only recommendation aside from switching your sensitivity would be to try playing on your current sensitivity but switch it to focus. But again, that's just my recommendation, guys. Playing on standard is probably your best bet, just because focused is, in a word, it's kind of buggy. Sometimes your aim assist will kick in really, really early, other times it won't kick in at all, so playing on standard is just the best way to alleviate that. Also, guys, turn your colorblind setting to Tritonopia. It makes the game a little bit more vibrant and as well, so it's a little bit easier to see some people, which is actually why my game looks the way it does, because I'm playing on the Tritonopia colorblind setting. So if you guys want to give that a go, I would recommend doing that. As well, make sure your motion blur and world motion blur is turned off and your film game is turned down to 0. It will give your game the best possible look and make it a lot easier to play, because you're not blurring whenever you try to rotate or whenever you're trying to turn around and shoot someone. So it's a little bit easier to keep track of your target that way. As far as the weapons go, guys, there are 3 snipers in this game, and there's also 2 marksman rifles that you will be using in this game. But I'll get right into the snipers, because these are the main weapons you're going to be using. First off, you have the Dragunov, which I only used for a little bit. I used it long enough to get maxed out for the XP. It is a very, very solid gun all around. It's got a little bit of recoil to it, but I mean, it is definitely a viable weapon. It reminds me a lot of the Dragunov from Modern Warfare 2, as far as the one-shot kill zone goes and the damage output and stuff like that. So, if you guys want to use the Dragunov, I would say it's definitely a good way to start until you get the HDR. Once you get the HDR, then you're really into the heavy-hitting snipers, and you probably won't use the Dragunov much after that, which I didn't once I unlocked the HDR. I think I've used the Dragunov twice since I unlocked it, and I haven't gone back. But the Dragunov is definitely a very viable sniper, guys, if you guys want to use that. Like I said, the one-shot kill zone is relatively good. It's like chest and up, so it's not too bad. I'm not going to really cover a class setup for this, because the class setup for the Dragunov is all based on preference, but pretty well every class is going to be identical, guys. So if you guys want to use a class setup for the Dragunov, try to, you know, go similar to what I'm using with the AX50 or the HDR, and you guys should be okay, because I mean, my class setup for every sniper that I use in this game looks pretty well identical. Next sniper I'm going to cover, guys, is the first bolt action sniper that you guys unlock in the game, which is the HDR. This sniper is very hard hitting and is a very, very generous one-shot kill sniper rifle. It is bolt action, and it is a little bit slower in the ADS than one would hope, but I'm going to show you guys my class setup on screen right now. This sniper class setup actually makes it really, really fast, but also still gives it a bigger magazine, because the magazine size is only 5 on the sniper, guys. So I run the 9-round mag so I get a few extra shots, but I also run the 2-speed attachments that are available. That way I still get a faster ADS time than what the gun comes with to begin with. I am going to say this right now, guys. You guys are going to notice a theme with all my sniper classes, or at least with the sniper rifles themselves. I don't run barrel attachments because they either sacrifice bullet range or bullet velocity.
Can I go in this house? Oh god,
or to increase ADS speed, or they
you're
add damage range and bullet velocity,
Wow,
stuff like this,
so
and they slow down ADS speed. I find leaving the barrels as they are is the best bet. That way you're not sacrificing damage range or bullet velocity or your ADS speed, because damage range and bullet velocity in this game is very, very important, especially where these maps are so big. Bullet velocity and damage range basically makes it so your gun is more of a consistent one-shot kill, and your bullet drops less, and your bullet takes less time to get to the target.
Already.
So I find just leaving the barrel at the default is where it needs to be. That way you guys aren't sacrificing anything that really shouldn't be sacrificed.
Always want a standard UAV?
Moving on to the next sniper, which is the AX-50. This is the one that you guys get to use in the beta. This sniper is, again, like the HR, it's very, very hard hitting, and I would, honestly, this is probably the best sniper in the game. The class setup is popping up on screen for you guys right now. It's actually what you guys are seeing in the background of this gameplay as well. I have the tac laser on it. Like, basically, the setup is identical to the HDR. Only there's a few extra attachments that you can put on the AX-50 that you can't put on the HDR. But as far as attachments go, guys, you guys can see that it's all built around speed. And I have the 7-round mag because that is the only magazine you can actually put on the sniper aside from the default. So, again, I don't have any of the barrels on it just because you guys can obviously tell that the gun itself loses damage range and bullet velocity to increase ADS speed, or it does the exact opposite, which to me ADS speed and all that stuff is very, very important. So I just keep the barrel to default, so it just stays the way it's supposed to be across the board there.
Yeah, they are.
Next, guys, we're going to move on to the other weapons that you guys are going to be using to snipe and hit clips with. I'm not going to be covering the M14 just because that is a marksman rifle that is a semi-auto and it is a one-shot kill to the head only. But we're going to move into the first one that you guys are going to be using, which is the MK2 carbine, or the lever action, as I call it. Now, this gun has a very small one-shot kill zone in comparison to the snipers, but the one-shot kill zone on it is relatively sizable still for a weaker weapon. It's about the one-shot kill zone is about the same as the Dragunov, just a little bit smaller, but I would highly recommend using this, guys. It is a super, super fast weapon, and it is super, super fun to use. As far as my attachments go, I do actually use a barrel on this just because of the simple fact that it is a smaller one-shot kill zone, and it is going to take longer for it to reach its target, where it's got a lower muzzle velocity, or a lower bullet velocity as a marksman rifle as opposed to a sniper. So having the barrel actually increases the damage range and the bullet velocity, which in turn will actually end up increasing your one-shot kill zone. So that's why I'm running the 24-inch barrel. You guys can see here with the barrels, actually I'm showing you guys right now, the barrels actually increase your, all the barrels actually increase your damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control at the cost of your ADS speed. However, this gun ADS is in super, super quick. So you guys don't really need to worry about the ADS speed too much, except for the simple fact that basically to cancel out the scope and the barrel, I put on 2 ADS speed increasing attachments. So basically it's got the default ADS speed with a scope and a longer barrel, so you guys aren't really sacrificing anything with this gun. It is really fun to use, guys, and honestly, I love using this gun. It's super, super fast, and it's super, super effective. I would highly recommend using it. And moving on to the last weapon you guys will be using based on, well, what I recommend you guys use is the Kar 98. This as well is a marksman rifle. If you guys played World War II, you guys know that this was a sniper in World War II and World at War as well. Now, the Kar 98, pretty similar class up to the rest of the sniper rifles and marksman rifles. Obviously, you got to throw the sniper scope attachment on it, so you're going to lose some ADS speed there. And I threw on a 25.1-inch barrel. I threw on the longer barrel, obviously, because the 21.2-inch and the 25.1-inch barrel both have the same stats. So, threw on the longer barrel for that extra oomph, because a marksman rifle, again, guys, has a lower bullet velocity than that of a sniper. So, having the longer barrel gives it a little bit more oomph in the damage department and the, well, all around, I guess you could say. But I also have the tack laser for the increased ADS speed and the grip tape for the increased ADS speed as well. So basically this gun's back to its default ADS speed with the attachments I'm currently running. This gun is actually super fun to use as well. It's got a little bit of a bigger one-shot kill zone than that of the carbine. It's got a similar one-shot kill zone to the Dragunov. And this gun, honestly, guys, it's super fun. The only downside to this gun that I can see right now is the fact that it's only got a 5-shot mag. There is no extended mag attachment on it. And when you have the scope on it, it reloads 1 bullet at a time. But again, this gun's super fun to use, guys, and I really think you guys are going to enjoy using this gun. Now, the last thing I'm going to cover in this video, guys, is what you guys can do to make a shot better. Obviously, there's a few different sniping styles in this game. There is the more laid-back, you know, conventional sniping, and there is quickscoping. Now, quickscoping in this game, without the speed attachments on the weapons, is very slow, unless you're using the carbine. But still, we'll say it's generally slow. So unlocking the speed attachments is definitely your best bet for sniping, guys. However, once you get those, there are 2 things I will say right now that you guys are going to need to do. Obviously, one, I mentioned it earlier, is your sensitivity. You're going to have to find a sensitivity that works for you. And secondly, centering. Centering is key. Now, this game, centering is a lot easier because there is that little dot in the center of your crosshairs when you are not scoped in. Centering is very important across the board because the less movement you have to do within your scope, the quicker you get to shoot your target, which means the less likely you are to die. This game's got a very fast time to kill. So, centering is very important. Now, utilizing the movement, stuff like that in this game is important as well, but this game's got slower movement, so utilizing movement isn't going to help you a whole lot, but it will still help. So, if you guys want to utilize your movement, that's up to you. I mean, I don't use a whole lot. I use movement basically to get out of tight situations as opposed to putting myself into the thick of things. So, you guys can sort of figure out what you want to do with that. But sniping in this game, guys, is definitely a challenge. It holds true with every single Call of Duty game. Find your sensitivity, find your preferred weapon, find your preferred class setup, work on your centering, work on your drag scoping, work on your hard scoping, just work on your shot in general, and work on the movement, and work on how you want to play this game. And, you know, once you get everything down, guys, this game is going to be a lot of fun. I mean, I'm still trying to learn some of it, but I'm really enjoying it. As you guys can tell, I've played as a lot. I'm already level 77 at the time of recording this video, so, yeah, I mean, there's really not much more I can say aside from that.
Yeah, you got us.
To help you guys out. I mean, the rest of it's on you guys. Just put in the time, put in, you know, put in the research if you have to. Go look at other people's class setups, ask people. Hell, drop some comments down below. Ask me anything that you guys may want to know. If I know the answer, I will answer it. But obviously, guys, the key to this game for sniping is to put speed attachments on and obviously just get your shot on. That's literally what you need to do for this game to be successful with a sniper rifle. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click that bell notification. This way you guys get notified every time I upload a video. It's COD season, baby. We're going to be uploading a lot. But anyway, it's been your boy Corey, or Autobot, and I'm out. Peace.